الأستاذ أدهم خطابي اللي هيكلمنا. يا ريت تكلمنا عن بعض المبادرات اللي KfW بنك التعمير الألماني بيتعاون فيها في مجال التعليم الفني والتدريب المهني مؤخرا مع وزارة التعليم والتعليم الفني. في طبعا مبادرة لإنشاء صندوق متخصص للرقمنة للديجيتاليزيشن، وطبعا المشروع اللي أنا اتكلمت عليه في الأول اللي أطلقناه اللي هو النهوض بالتعليم الفني والتدريب المهني TVET من خلال إنشاء مراكز تميز أو Centers of Competence في مجال ال Renewable Energy وال Energy Efficiency. اتفضل.
Thank you, Dr. Ashmawi, for the introduction and the moderation of the session. Actually, KfW, the German Development Bank, is represented in Egypt via an office in Cairo, one of 80 offices around the world, since it is represented in Egypt since more than 30 years now. May I give, like, in 1 minute, a short introduction about the bank in Egypt? The bank is engaged in the German cooperation projects in relation to its sectors for education, TVET, sustainable development for SMEs, energy efficiency, water, sanitation, waste management, and lastly, mobility. Actually, the KfW is engaged in TVET in close cooperation with the Ministry of Education and Technical Education via many products. The first one was lastly signed, the consultancy contract on last Sunday, in the ministry's premises. It is focusing, it's called TVET 1, focusing on building two rehabilitation and renovations of 3 centers of competence in various locations in Egypt, one in Upper Egypt in Aswan, one in Red Sea area near Hurghada, one to be also mentioned, and then a second component of rehabilitating and updating other TSS all over the country. KfW is also engaged in digitalization, which is also a very important and main topic and priority included in the Technical Education 2.0 strategy of the ministry. The engagement in TVET comes in form of investment and infrastructure, plus a digitalization on a micro level via a debt swap offered in cooperation between the government of Germany and the government of Egypt. The engagement is focusing on 3 funding windows on many levels. Could be on the national level, on the admin level, and on the school level, varying from basic e-learning platforms via training for administration staff, systems in the school itself, going to linking the schools via glass fiber cables, IT infrastructure, including but not limited to virtual reality tools, for example. That leads us to the transformation ranging from transformation tools and contents ranging from internet lines up until offering tablets to prepare students for the digitalized economy coming up. This is indeed in cooperation also with the ministry on the selection and the choice of schools in which the projects will be implemented. The schools also here comes with a sustainability characteristic for the management and the staff of the schools, as well as the students and their families, to maintain the schools and the equipment offered during the project in order to enhance and to ensure a sustainable continuation of the project even after phasing out. Because this project is looking forward for the future, not a specific or limited time span of implementation. In fact, or indeed, all this planning should be aligned with the strategy of the Ministry of Communications and Information Technology, in order to avoid any implementation of any measures that are not compatible with Egypt's ICT strategy. To conclude my point here, KfW in its digitalization improvement fund, which is the debt swap project was talking about for TVET, is focusing actually on two areas. The first area focuses more on transforming knowledge. The second one is on changing and upgrading the student skills. Under the first point, which is transferring knowledge, it is used in a digital way to enhance the experience and provide the expertise in a safer way. For example, giving the expertise to the client, to the students in a welding environment, but via virtual reality, which is a safer place and will avoid fire or heat hazards. The other points will be creating platforms for knowledge transfer that are easy to access anywhere and anytime. The second area, which is changing the upgrading of the student skills and occupation according to the challenges in the digital world. For example, the famous TUMO Center, which is financed by KfW in a pilot center in Berlin. The center is a real example of modern TVET embedded with high level of digitalization, and it's worth mentioning that the idea was also first born in Armenia and then spread in many countries all over the world. Thank you for your attendance, and thank you, Dr. Ashmawi.